guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So this is the Work With What You Have collab and this is the last date. This is the card we're going to be creating. So we're using a black card base, the Tough Guy by AVERY, and this stencil that I've had for the longest time and I just never got around to using it. So one thing I do want you guys help with is to recommend what your favorite white embossing powder is. So I have the Taylor Expressions Fine White Detail, and then I also have Cosmic Shimmer White as well. I also do have White Wow, which is opaque or something like that. But I can never seem to find an embossing powder in white that works for sentiments really great. It doesn't cause like the, I don't even know what you'd call it, but you see the effect when I show you my card. But basically every time I try and do a white crisp embossed sentiment, it just never works out. It's never crisp and clear. It's always like bubbled, and you know, it's like a crackled effect. If you look at crackled stone, it kind of gives me that vibe. So let me know down in the comments what I'm doing wrong, if you think I'm doing something wrong, or let me know down in my comments what your favorite embossing powder is. I know somebody said try Hero Arts embossing powder, but everywhere I purchase from, it doesn't have it in stock. So fingers crossed when they do get it back in, I can give that a go. But I have no idea what's going on and why it's behaving like it is. But I've been having this issue for the longest time, which is one of the reasons I try and avoid working with craft card bases or black card bases, because it just becomes really annoying for me. Anyway, I cannot believe we're at the end of February nearly already. Like, oh my god. I was convinced, like yesterday I was thinking about it, I was like, oh my god, like I feel like November and December just went really slow, and then all of a sudden January and February have gone, and I'm like, okay, what happened? So I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I definitely do feel like it's just shot by us this time. Maybe it's because of all the fun we're having creating cards for the collaborations and hops and stuff, but I really don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, like I said, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that has joined the hops. I know I've had a few people come in a lot later, and the reason why we extended it from January to February, because that was another reason, is like a lot of people were wanting to join, and I felt kind of bad. I was like, you know what, I don't want to be, you know, the person says, oh, you know, we've only got one more day, it seems pointless. You know, I want as many people to join, but for some reason, no matter how much I advertise and let people know how much far in advance, people do not seem to get that memo. But yeah, I've had a couple of people that wanted to join, so unfortunately they're only going to be joining for the one date, which is this one. So I hope they enjoyed their first ever collab. I know it's not the easiest thing to explain, and I was talking to another girl called Kelly from the US, and she had told me that she's organizing a hop, and then it was supposed to be a collab with one girl, and then it ended up being into like 5 or 6 people, which she wasn't too bothered about. But obviously trying to explain like what you need to do to fulfill the needs for a collab and a hop, it's a lot harder than people think. So all I can say is I wish her the best of luck. I tried giving her the best advice I could give from my experience of organizing. I think this is like my 5th or 6th hop that I've organized, but I always notice like there's always one struggle, and there's always a couple of people that, you know, even when I message them like 3 days before to see if they're still joining or if they've got everything ready to go, they just don't, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say like they're not 100% committed. I just feel like, you know, life does sidetrack you and stuff, but it is nice to be alerted about that. Like, oh, I might not be able to do it, so I will message you like the day before to let you know if I'm still part of this. You know, it doesn't take much for a message. So I have noticed a couple of people, and I've put a star next to their name in my notepad just to give me a heads up to myself, like this person isn't always 100% on point with times and dates, and maybe just to either talk to them about it after the collaboration and then go from there, or just not to recommend having them in the next one, which I don't really want to do, because like I said, everybody is welcome. Like, there's no right or wrong. It's just, you know, after a while you start to get stressed out. I mean, I remember I think it was 2 weeks ago. One girl decided that she couldn't do it anymore, which was fine. She let me know. But then she messaged me literally like 6 hours later saying, oh, I want to join. And I'm like, well, we've already done it. It's already been posted. Everything's sorted. You'll have to wait till next week. Oh, but I can't do next week. And I'm like, I can't keep asking the rest of the people in the group that have committed, done everything they needed to do to change their posts because one person changed their mind last minute. I can't stand people like that. I don't know what it is, but maybe it was the stress of having a funeral. So I really don't know. Anyways, I feel like I just jabbered all the way through this, so I apologize. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the collaboration from January till February. I do plan on doing another one. I'm just not entirely sure when. I am thinking May if I'm going to do another one, but I don't know what the theme's going to be as of yet, so we'll wait until then. Anyways, I'm going to insert some music. I'm going to speed this process up, and I will talk to you guys in my next video because I'm not going to come and talk to you again because otherwise you'll never get away. But bye guys.